Well, I'm actually going to start with a broader statement about DLF. Reminded of David Weinberger's opening talk with the importance of culture and how networks and connections actually help foster a sense of culture, and we borrow from each other and build culture this way. I mean, I don't know if this is realistic or not, but I think of DLF in many ways as being the stewards of digital culture. It's a place where archivists and librarians and museum curators come together in some sense to talk about this. So it starts with that sense in that culture typically may mean the arts and the humanities, but I actually think it applies to the sciences as well. So how do we get our scientists to understand that it's more than their own research? They are doing this research really on behalf of others, quite frankly. Of course, they get recognized and they get rewarded. I don't mean to imply that's not important, but the research that they conduct and the data that they produce are actually important parts of culture. So how do we as a community then become stewards for that aspect of the digital culture, I think is one of the interesting aspects of this film. I really enjoyed David Weinberger's talk. I think he gave us some provocative ideas. And as he pointed out very humorously at the end, with his own book, we're all anchored in some way to traditional forms of communication and dissemination. But I think he gave us a lot to think about in terms of what it means to operate in a completely different way. We've all been talking about this for some time, and each forum seems to add another block to the sort of the wall that's coming up around us. But I think his talk really made me think a great deal about how we have to change our own ways of working in order to accept that copyright may be broken, that copying is a perfectly reasonable thing to do in terms of art or culture or even science. Quite frankly, you don't want to plagiarize, of course, but you do build on other people's ideas. And his point about what if Darwin had shared his ideas through blogs and Twitter or whatever the case may be was really provocative. Could science be done in a much more communicative, collaborative way? And if so, where do we as these cultural heritage institutions fit in that mix? It was quite interesting.